tell you. So if y'all talk about some stalker things, I'll look out my window and tell you the stalkers I see while I talk about stuff. There's been a lot of planes flying over lately that I haven't recorded any of them, but there's been a lot of planes flying over lately though. There's a plane flying like behind me, synced, I think. It had to be synced. It's like flying behind me as I walked by a corner of a building, and it was like right after I came out of my apartment earlier tonight, and then there's been other planes flying over my apartment. There's a plane that flew over earlier today. There's a cop meeting the last car in the stalker parade at the intersection right now, and then when they sync, there's no more cars after that. There's been a lot of birds that come out and fly out in front of me and land in front of me on the sidewalk and just like walk in front of me synced, and then they'll like fly up and like land on a tree out in front of me, and then when I approach the tree, then they'll fly up and they'll land on a wire, and a car will honk at the same time, or a siren will start at the same time. Or things like that, like birds will just keep coming out and like walking, or like flocks of birds will like keep coming out. Like it's been like happening repetitive lately. I mean, like the last week or whatever, where it's just like flocks of birds are coming out and like flying out in front of me and like walking like right out in front of me on the sidewalk and like following me out in front of me, and then they'll fly up synced and fly away, and then maybe they'll fly back over by me again or whatever. But like it's just been happening repetitively lately though. Like every time I go outside, there's birds doing that. And they'll just like walk around, they'll like walk synced, and they'll like jump off the curb next to me synced and whatever. All types of shit. And they chirp synced and fly around synced all day, every day. And they'll land on a trash can right next to me right when I walk by it. Things like that. My refrigerator just turned off synced with a one headlight, and probably with this Domino's car. There's a lot of one headlights and one tail lights on the last video. I think it was mostly one headlights, or one tail light and a dim tail lighter. There's a lot of one lighters on the last video though. And then right before the last video, there's this guy sitting on a porch of a house, and he's just like sitting there staring at me, like smiling, like he's like waiting. He's like, I'm about to sync on him. Yes, here he comes. Ha. And then he goes in the house when I walk by the house. See a bunch of syncmobiles. Holy syncmobiles, bot man. It's synced out there. I hear a plane coming maybe? Or is it an engine? Well, now I don't see him, but here's a car in the distance and he's probably gonna sink. Oh, and then on the last video, I was like, there's this white truck in this parking lot over here. I hope he doesn't sink. He's like turned on. And then when I walked behind the truck, I turned my camera at it. Like I wasn't looking at like I knew approximately where the truck is at, you know, but like I didn't. I think they like impulse my thoughts to make me turn my camera at it right there. I don't know, because I was right behind the truck when I did it, and it wasn't like on purpose. It was but the truck didn't do anything though. But I was like, here's this truck over here, is he gonna sink on me? I hope he doesn't sink. But I don't know, there's been a lot of weird shit happening like that though, where like I feel like I'm a robot and they're like controlling my movements and shit. They're like controlling my brain or whatever. Some adjustment bureau shit. I see a bunch of Stalkheads driving around and I just saw a motorcycle guy. The motorcycles sinks are out now because it's warm outside. So I'm gonna see a bunch of synced motorcycles every time I see a motorcycle all summer. Every time I see one, or a gang of them. So, and then I don't know about sirens. I haven't been keeping track of the sirens. I don't know. I don't remember any sirens lately. I don't know when the last siren was. I don't remember. A lot of it, it's the memory of it gets like suppressed almost, but then I remember it later and I'm like, oh yeah, there was siren. There was like 5 sirens today. Oh yeah. Like I just like try to like ignore them, make it background noise and whatever a lot of time. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. That tornado siren was syncing this morning. It's always syncing every time. And they test it every Tuesday. And it's always turning on sync. And yeah. There's that one video I put up the other day where I cross the street and I get across the street and there's this truck honking. He's like, honk, honk. I don't know if, like what type of truck it was. It was a really weird sounding horn. all types of sound effects that they do. All types of cinematic and spooktacular sound effects. Spooktacular. I just saw two sync parades going opposite directions, and the first and the last cars of them sync with each other, and then there's no more cars after those cars. After the last two cars sync with each other. And then there's a loud truck driving out, and... Or wait, is the engine sound a different truck? Did he sync with the engine sound when he drove out? Probably. What else has been happening repetitively lately? I don't know, but I was recording these live streams on Creepbusters Facebook, and there's just all these people around me making sounds the entire time, like that's synced up with what I'm doing, or like when I start talking again, or like when I change from one topic to the other, or like when I do something on my computer, or when I like lean to the left or whatever. When I push my glasses up, or when I laugh or whatever, at some synced up moment like that. There's people making sounds around me, and it's really obvious because they're doing it the entire video. And then like they'll just be saying like directed conversation stuff that's like, it's like they're like answering me. It's like they're like talking back to me like what I'm saying, but it's like indirect, but they're talking to somebody else across the room about something else. And then yesterday I walked in the room and they're all talking about jobs, and then they just like kept talking about jobs at synced up moments. And like I'm looking for a job right now. I don't know if that's what it is, or I don't know. It seemed like it was a theme that they directed conversation theme that they're going with. I don't know. But I don't have a job at the moment. I lost my job due to the targeting. It hit my Cash App and my PayPal because I can't find a job, probably because I'm on a do not hire list due to the targeting. So I see a bunch of synced up cars outside right now. My water heater turned on synced. There's a car honking right now outside that seems synced. That's what it is. So hit the Cash App and PayPal. I'm out. So if y'all talk about some stalker things, I'll look out my